Hi, Rebecca. My name is Emily. I'm a social worker here at Connect the Dots. We're an agency dedicated to keeping families together who are facing crisis. So, your dad told me that he has some concerns about you. Do you have any idea what those concerns may be?
I really don't know what he's talking about because I don't have any issues. He's the one that has the issues with my life.
Okay, so what kind of issues does he have with your life?
He doesn't like my boyfriend, and he doesn't like the fact that he doesn't have a really stable job right now, but
Mm.
I don't know.
So, is your boyfriend not in high school?
No, he didn't graduate.
Oh, okay. How old is he?
He's 25.
Hmm. So, do you think maybe his age may be a reason why your dad is a little worried?
I mean, maybe, but like I'm okay with his age and he's okay with my age, and I really don't see the issue here.
Okay. All right. Well, can you tell me more about, your home situation right now?
I mean, sometimes I stay at my boyfriend's house. Like, if my dad's really getting on my nerves, sometimes,
Mm.
like, I go over there just because I know it bothers him. But otherwise, I'm at home with my two sisters.
Okay. And do you get along with your sisters?
I mean, we don't really talk that much. The one's, like, kind of a lot younger than me, and
Mm.
they annoy me, so I don't like really hanging out with them.
Okay. So, and your mom left, and
Yeah.
has that been really difficult for you?
I don't really like talking about that.
No. Okay. So we can maybe save that for another time. Tell me more about your boyfriend.
Well, his name is Todd,
Okay.
and he is in a band.
Mm.
So
Okay.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't like. He's just a really cool guy, and like he buys me a lot of stuff. So
Okay, so you like the aspect that he's in a band and he can buy you things.
yeah,
Okay, does your dad know he's in a band?
yeah, he thinks it's stupid.
Why do you think he thinks it's stupid?
He says he's too old to be in a band. He needs to grow up, which
Mm.
I think is ridiculous because my dad doesn't have that great of a job. At least my like boyfriend's happy.
So do you think your dad might be being hypocritical?
I think my dad's just stupid.
Mm.
Like, he couldn't help his own life, so now he wants to control mine. I mean, like, my mom did leave him. Like, my dad's kind of, like, just a loser, I think.
You sound like you have a lot of anger toward your dad. Do you think that's true?
I mean, maybe, like, he annoys me.
What does he do that annoys you?
He just tries to mess with my life. Like, he can go off and do whatever he wants. Like, leave me and my boyfriend alone. Like, we're happy, we're fine, we don't need him.
Mm. And how are you doing in school since you've been with your boyfriend?
I mean, I'm like maybe failing like two classes, but it's stupid ones like home ec and English. Like I'm never gonna use them.
Okay, so you're failing. Are you just failing English and home ec, or are you failing all your classes?
I mean, those are the two I've skipped the most, so I'd
Mm.
assume that those are the ones I'm failing.
Okay. I think you probably do need those two classes to graduate. Have you thought about graduation or colleges yet?
No, my boyfriend and me were actually talking about me maybe dropping out and like moving in with him.
Oh, okay. How do you think your family will react to that?
I mean, we're not really a family. I mean, my mom's gone. My sisters, I don't really know them that much. And my dad, he's either drinking or he's working. So,
Oh, okay. Um, so you mentioned your sisters just now and how you
hmm
don't have a close relationship with them. Have
yeah.
you ever tried to have a close relationship with them?
No, I don't really see the point in it because I'm not going to stick around. Like,
Okay, so you're just planning to get out as soon as you can.
basically, yeah.
Okay. Your dad mentioned that he's a little worried that you're having your boyfriend over while he's not home and while you're supposed to be watching your sisters. Do you think he's correct with being concerned about that?
I don't think he's a concern. I mean, we're not like snorting coke or anything in front of them. Like, yeah, I do have my boyfriend over when they're there,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just worried that like we're gonna do something crazy, like have sex in front of them. I mean, yeah, we do have sex, but
Okay.
it's when they're asleep, so I don't really see why that's such an issue.
Okay, so you mentioned snorting crack. I just have to ask, do you do drugs?
I mean, like, doesn't everybody?
No. Doing drugs probably isn't best for your health. Do you know the health side effects of drugs?
I think that's your opinion.
It's not my opinion.
I mean, they've legalized marijuana in other states.
That's true, but it's usually only for medical use.
I mean, I'm dramatically traumatized from my mother leaving, so.
Okay, but we can get you therapy and other sorts of services to help you get through that. You don't need to be using drugs.
Because I want to go talk to some stranger about my sad sob story. I don't even want to be here right now.
Okay, I understand.
I just did this to get my father off my back.
All right. Well, are you? You mentioned, that you're sexually active. Are you using any sort of birth control?
I mean, I was on the pill for a while, but
Mm-hmm.
I ran out of money to pay for it, and like we had one pregnancy scare, so like we've been being more careful since then, but it was no big deal. Like I didn't end up being pregnant.
Okay. If you were to get pregnant, do you know what your options are?
I don't really think about that. Like I don't really plan on getting pregnant, so.
Well, since you're not using.
I mean, he's using condoms now.
Okay.
Like I make him use them.
Well, that's good at least. But you still have sex when your sisters are.
I mean, they're asleep. They're not in the same room. Like we make sure that we're being quiet.
Okay. Um. So, how do you think your relationship with your dad? Do you think there's any potential that it can get better?
I mean, maybe if he wasn't so much of a drunk, we could actually have a decent conversation every now and then. But yeah, that never happens.
No. Is he drunk all the time?
Mostly a lot of times. And I don't want to be around him when he's like that, so.
Okay. Well, that's pretty understandable. So, Rebecca, as you mentioned earlier, you said you were maybe thinking about dropping out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any plans? But I know you want to move in with your boyfriend, but do you have any plans for, after you drop out and move in? Like, are you going to get a job? Are you going to get your GED? Have you put any thought into this?
I mean, a GED is a lot of work. I don't even like taking classes right now or doing my homework. So I'm not really thinking that much about a GED.
Okay. What about a job?
Um, I I was like maybe thinking about getting a job at the mall, like
Mm-hmm.
looking at clothing stores, but I like my boyfriend can support us. Like I don't really feel like I need to work.
So then what do you think you would do with your spare time?
I mean, really, whatever I wanted. Like I could just like hang out with my boyfriend when he's home, or just do whatever. Like I don't really know. I haven't really thought about it too much.
Well, if you're serious about it, I think you should maybe start really thinking about it. Um, is there anything that you really enjoy doing?
I used to before like all this crap happened.
Mm-hmm.
I used to take dance classes from like the
Okay.
time I was little, and I really liked doing that and I loved doing it, but like I haven't we haven't done it anymore because we don't have the money for it, and
Mm-hmm.
I had to give it up.
Okay. You sound kind of upset that you had to give that up.
I mean, yeah, I did it for most of my life. It was something that I loved doing, and then I had to just like give it up. Like
Yeah.
I didn't really have a choice or a say in the matter. Like my dad just came to me and said that we couldn't afford to pay for it anymore, so like that was it. Like I didn't get to go dance anymore.
Okay. That's. I'm sorry that you aren't able to attend those anymore, but maybe. if you got a job, that you might be able to start taking those classes again. Would that be like kind of some sort of motivation or incentive for
I
you?
mean, that would be great, but I don't see that happening. Like, if I get a job, like, there's more important stuff now. Like, I want to get a car,
Okay.
and I'm gonna have to pay for that, and then I'll have to pay for insurance and everything. So I don't really see dance happening again.
Okay. What do you see in your future?
I see me moving in with my boyfriend and doing my own thing. And I mean, I'll probably like contact my sisters just every now and then to make sure the old man hasn't like killed them or forgotten to put food out for them or whatever. But
Okay.
like, yeah, me and my boyfriend, like, hopefully his band really takes off and then like we go touring. Like, that would be really cool.
Do you have like a backup plan?
No, I don't really know what kind of backup plan you're talking about.
Like in case things don't work out with your boyfriend.
I don't think things aren't gonna work out. Like, he tells me how much he loves me.
Okay. Well, I'm happy that he loves you. Do you love him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's good. But what if have you ever thought if maybe his band doesn't work out, what you guys really need to do instead? These are things if you're really considering to move in with someone, that you should be thinking about.
No, I haven't really thought about it.
Okay, well maybe you guys should, get together and really talk about this if it's something that you're seriously going to do.
I mean, yeah, like, probably a good idea, but
Mm-hmm. Well, we have a service here for teenagers who aren't too sure what they want to do with their life yet. Kind of helps them, with, if you're planning on dropping out or you're not really doing well in school, they'll help you, if it's possible, catch up on your homework or help you study for your GED. And they also offer job training, which I think would be really beneficial to you since you don't really seem too motivated about continuing with school, which is okay. But I think the job training would be really beneficial to you. What do you think of that?
I mean, yeah, like, it would be something I'd be interested in if it would help me get a job.
Yeah, I think it would be really helpful. It would help you with your resumes and even filling out applications.
But, like, my dad doesn't have to be a part of that, does he?
No, he doesn't have to be a part of it.
Okay.
That's just for teenagers. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that is something that we can plan for next week. Yeah?
You mean I have to come back for that next week?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll think about it.
Okay. Well, I really hope that you consider coming. So, Rebecca, we've been talking about a lot of different topics, and, it seems like you do have a lot of issues with your father, and here at Connect the Dots, we do offer some services such as counseling, where you and your father would sit down with me, and we would just talk about whatever issues you may have with him, whatever concerns he has with you, and it would be in a safe setting. What do you think about that?
I mean, if you can get the old man in here sober,
Mm-hmm.
like, maybe I'd be interested in it.
Okay.
But, like, good luck with that.
You don't think he's going to sober up enough to come in?
I haven't seen it yet. I mean, he might for you guys just so he can make it seem like he's the perfect dad.
Okay. But you don't, otherwise, you wouldn't think of it. So.
No, because I don't like being around him when he's like that.
Okay, that's understandable. Do you ever want, if he were to get sober, do you think you could have a relationship with him?
I mean, it would really depend on, like, how he acted towards me.
Okay. And how would you want him to act toward you?
I would like him to, number one, be around more. Like, I don't want to watch my sisters. Like, I'm 16. Like, I want to go out. I want to be having fun. I don't want to be stuck at home all the time.
Okay.
And I get the fact that my mom's not there anymore, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to be their mom now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still, like, a kid. I don't want to be an adult yet. I'm not ready for that responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm just going to end up screwing them up, so I'd like him to be a better father for them. Like,
well, it sounds to me like even though you say you don't really know your sisters that well, it still seems like you care about them a lot.
I mean, I care about them. I just don't want to be their mother.
Okay. And you shouldn't have to be your sister. How do you feel about your mom leaving?
I mean, I don't know. I don't really know. I mean, I'm angry at her, but it's like, whatever.
Did you ever have a close relationship with her?
We had an okay. I mean, she let me do my own thing. Like, she stayed out of my business, which I wish my dad would do.
I think your dad stays more in your business because he genuinely cares about you. Even though sometimes it may not seem like he does, I think part of the reason why, actually, the main reason why you're here is because he has concerns about you.
And I guess that's true.
Yeah, he seems like he really wants to get his life back together, and he definitely wants you and your other two sisters to be a part of it. What does that make you feel?
I don't know. I guess confused because he doesn't act like that at home. So he just gets mad at home. So like, I don't understand why he can't just tell me stuff like that.
So, but I think if we have that meeting I was talking about before with the counseling, maybe he would be able to verbally express that to you.
I'd have to think about it.
Okay, you can think about it. Is there anything else that you want to talk about?
Nope.
No?
No.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today, Rebecca, and I look forward to possibly seeing you next week. All right, have a great day.
Thanks.
Bye.